Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashmi Ashai Bashmi Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect brothers around the world, preaching and prophesying the Lord's word. Now, this would be a lesson going into praying and not fainting, because Salakia. Yeah, it's Salakia. This lesson will be about praying and not fainting, because in this truth, that we're in, we're gonna go through ups and downs. We're gonna go through highs and lows. The Most High will chastise us, for the betterment, of our souls, so to speak. If you go off, the Most High will correct you, and if you are doing what you're supposed to do in the truth, as a brother and as a teacher, as a prophet, as a Lord will, man of the Lord, then the Most High, will also, put you through various challenges, for you to overcome, because if you don't go through any hell or any difficulties within the truth, then you have to question yourself, like, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? But then, at the very same time, the Most High won't put, too much hell on you, to where, you say, all right, that's it. I can't take this anymore. The Most High is gonna put, as much hell on you as you can bear, because when Yahushua comes back, he's coming back, for them that were purged, and them that have gone through the fire spiritually, and are made clean, just like how when gold is purified. Let's see. Let me get this first. This is Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 9. Let me go straight to the point. And I will bring the third part through the fire. The third part is, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. And the nation of Israel today are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. you know, and I'll bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. Yeah, so gold and silver, raw gold and silver, when it's taken, out of the earth, it's not a pure, it have to, um, it has to be purified, through very, very intense heat. It has to be purified through a fire, to take out all of the impurities, all the metals and all the other substances that don't belong in there. That's not gold or silver. They shall call on my name, just as we're doing now. We're calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai, which is the deliverer. He will save, he will save his people, starting with the elect of the nation of Israel, from their sins. I will hear them, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. Yeah, so we are going through the fire right now. As you speak, brothers are going through, hell, whether it be financial problems, having a place to stay, whether your family's coming up against you, your woman or your children's coming up against you. Brothers have infirmities. Brothers have sicknesses that are very serious. Brothers have very serious illnesses that they have to deal with, but the Most High put the Spirit on them, to deal with it, and to bear it. We have to bear our own cross, just as the Lord did. But let me go to Luke 18. This is Luke chapter 18, verse 1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. Yeah, so we're not supposed to faint, when we're going through our trials and our tribulation, because it's to make us better versions of ourselves. It's to bring us closer to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And if you endure all the chastening of the Lord, and if you endure, the trials that are to come, which is, one of the main trials, which is a trial the whole earth, is a MOTB, the mark. If you stay faithful until the very end, unto death, and you reject, to receive that mark. If you don't take it, if you say, no, I believe in the Lord, then if you're a part of the elect, then the Most High, is gonna deliver you through his son. And let me go into that word faint. That word faint is to be utterly spiritless, to be wearied out, exhausted. Yeah, so that means you're done. You're finished. You know, you're tapped out. You're like, oh man, I can't take this anymore. That's it. I'm done. You know, and that's when you give up on the Lord. You know, that's when you know decide that you don't want to be in the truth anymore. You know, which is not the right spirit to be in. You know, we have examples of what our forefathers went through. You know, like David. David, you know, went through hell. You know, Yahushua, that's the main example. He went through hell. You know, he had to be a sacrifice, you know, for the whole nation of Israel, starting with the elect. You know, he had to go through a lot. You know, even before he was nailed on the cross. He had to be, you know, humiliated, whipped, you know, spat on, you know, and it's coming to that time where, you know, some brothers will have to be martyrs. You know, some brothers will die for the name of the Lord. To be bad or weak, you know, to get weak by implication, to fail in heart, you know, to fail in your mind, to fall, you know, to faint, you know. We don't want to be like that, you know. We don't want to get like that. And let me get into the scripture. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 5. This is Hebrews chapter 12 verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. Yeah, so we're not supposed to despise, you know, the chastening of the Lord. You know, whenever we're going through our problems, you know, that's when you're supposed to draw closer to the Lord. You know, because the reason why he's putting you through that, you know, is for you to call on his name. You know, it's for you to call on him for help and guidance. Nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. Yeah, so when you're being rebuked by the Lord, you know, it might, you know, come through, you know, brothers. You know, brothers might get on you. Say you're going off. You know, you're not supposed to get emotional about it. You're supposed to take it and assess yourself and fix your situation. You know, pray, fast. Maybe you need to stay away from certain things. Maybe you need to stay away from alcohol. You know, if you drink too much, or maybe you need to stay away from, you know, dealing with women, or maybe you need to get away from your family for a while. You know, and among other things, you know, you just need to assess your situation and pray to the Lord, you know, for him to, you know, guide you through it. And Lord will, this was edifying. You know, we're not supposed to faint, you know, when we're going through hell. You know, let me get this last scripture. It's in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. For a just man, meaning a righteous man, falleth 7 times, and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Yeah, so you will mess up, but you have to you have to rise up again when you fall. You can't stay down. Just for example, like a boxing match. Or you might be at round 4 or 5, and then you get knocked down, and then some instances, the boxer gets back up after he's knocked down. That's the mentality we have to have, because this whole thing is a fight. It's a spiritual warfare, and that's it. Lord will, this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Shema Shai Bashima Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom.